Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. This is going to be part 3 of the 302 budget build in my messy garage. I'm going to start right back where we left off in part 2, Ultrasonic Cleaner. I just pulled the first 3 pistons out of the Ultrasonic Cleaner. I was testing the glass versus plastic container system. I determined that the plastic works best, but glass works. I've already got the solution sitting here from yesterday. I feel it's still got enough cleaning power in it. I'm going to stick 3 more pistons in there and see how long. Let them run for a half hour, pull them out, and see what the progress looks like. If it doesn't look like it's doing a good job, then I'll discard the solution and whip up some more. But I'm here to experiment, so let's get to it. While the ultrasonic cleaner is buzzing in the background, I'm going to take a look at the parts that were in there yesterday. And I just left these in these containers all night. This one had push rods. No, it didn't. This had some dog bones. Looks like whatever's on there is really stubborn. A lot of it's coming right off. Okay, this is the oil sender tube. Rust didn't come off of that. So what I'm going to do is pull this sender off of here and stick that in evapor rust. This is all the push rods. These finally came out clean. Yeah. Yep. No more stuff is rubbing off of them. If I did this before, my hands would be all black. So nothing else is rubbing off. I'll hold these up to the light, make sure I can see through all of them. Because they're hollow and oil passes through them. Okay. And you want to make sure that there's nothing on the inside stopping oil flow. Alright, they all look good, nice and clean. I don't know if I'm going to be using these, but in fact, I'm going to leave this coating of mineral spirits on them. That might help protect them from rust. Put them in there. Alright. I won't know the push rod length until I get the heads assembled on the block. And you'll have to check with the rockers, and we'll get into all that later when I build the engine. I also, for fun, threw this PCV valve in there. That seems fine. The Motorcraft EV-980A11. Looks mighty clean. I might even try reusing that. Yeah, a lot of people out there probably wouldn't do that, but you know, I'm not a lot of people, folks. Okay, dog bones, black hose clamp, return free. I took the plate off the bottom of the oil pump, put that in there. Let's inspect it. These plates are excellent for brackets. You need a nice, thick, strong bracket somewhere. Bend this up, weld it. Good. See, that oil pump is in good shape. There's no wear marks on there. Get some more of these dog bones out of here and a few bolts. Feels like another hose clamp or something in here. Yep. Another bolt. And it just feels cold in there. Alright, so there should be 8 of these dog bones. I'm looking on the inside for wear patterns. If they're not wore out, I'll reuse them. I'm going to check the progress of the evapor rust I had in this glass jar. It's got the timing pointer, goes on the timing cover, and that's where you look when you set your timing. You're looking at this edge relative to the harmonic balancer degrees that are marked on there. This one looks like it's made to go on the driver's side of the car. Some of them go on the passenger side of the car in older engines. Depends where your water pump inlet is, because it could be on the driver or passenger side. Reminds me, I'm going to have to look at my Falcon and see which side of the car it's on, because I need to order a water pump. I also need to get a timing cover, because I'm planning on going with a mechanical fuel pump. I can put EFI on the car at a later date. But right now it's going to be a carburetor with a mechanical style fuel pump. It's a stock build. You know, it's going to have probably less than 300 horsepower. Fuel pump will be fine. Looking at the bolts I just pulled out of the evapor rust here, they're not looking as good as I thought they would. You know, I thought they'd all come out looking like this one. Nice and clean. Those are still rusty. This timing pointer has still got some rust on it too. That means that my used evapor rust is kind of used up. Let me get this unhooked. I gotta unscrew this sender. I could easily take some sandpaper and sand that down, put it on my grinding wheel with the wire wheel, just wire wheel it. I'm going to do it the lazy way and let evapor rust take care of that. I need to put the bolts in a container, so this will go in with it. Another product that's good is Crud Cutter, the must for rust. That eats through rust pretty fast. So I'm going to find something long enough to put this in. That would fit in here, but I'd have to put too much solution in there. I want something shallow, more like this. I'll dump this crud cutter in there and let it soak for a while. I found out about crud cutter from watching YouTube videos. Somebody was testing a lot of rust removing solutions, and they liked that. I bought it, tried it a few times. I like it too. In fact, I can submerge part of this in there, and I can flip that over later. They've been in there for half an hour, and used solution from yesterday. And it's working. It's a lot slower, but it's working. Well, just found a broken piston ring. That ring was a little bit stuck, and I spun it to get it free, and it just fell off. I'm going to put new rings on anyways. But this is also a good test to see if these cleaners will get in behind the rings and clean out the ring lands in the piston. And it did a fine job on those other three. These are free and moving. Yeah, the solution's not as strong. It's just not as aggressive as yesterday. So I think I'm going to have to change it out. Yeah, because it's working but slow. I'm going to change that out, but I'm not going to just throw that away. Because this stuff has still got good cleaning power, just maybe not to get carbon off pistons, but to clean, like the spider tray or the old timing cover, some smaller parts. What I'm going to do is save this solution, put it in jugs, and then I can dump all the water out of this ultrasonic cleaner, pour all this used solution in here, and then I can put bigger items into my ultrasonic cleaner, like this timing cover, because that'll fit down in there. Just make sure it's got enough width. Yep. So I'm not going to just dump all that solution out, because it'll be good for cleaning other things. I'm going to do it the easy way. No funnels needed. Just dump right in this bucket. I started with a fresh gallon of this aircraft yesterday. So today, I'm probably going to use it up. There should be 3 quarts left in it. Myself a measuring container. I'm going to do the same thing I did yesterday. In fact, I'll make it a little easier because those numbers are embedded in the plastic on those containers. They're tough to see, well, especially for me. So what I'm going to do is put a piece of tape at the 16-ounce mark, and I just go up to the top of this tape, right up there. And this doesn't have to be scientifically perfect, it's just got to be perfect. Does that make any sense to you? Scientifically perfect would be more accurate than just perfect. Perfect is close enough in this instance. order up some more of this cleaner. I like it. Works good. Doesn't smell bad. It's not super caustic. So like this crud cutter, that doesn't smell real good. It's got more of an acid type smell. Look at that. We got a touch over a gallon. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move these jugs over closer to the ultrasonic cleaner. I can plop the pistons in, fill them up, stick them in there. I'm going to do a quick test fit to see if these valve covers will fit in here. Yes, they will. One at a time. And I'm going to use that used solution in here, and I can do the valve covers, timing cover, spider tray, some longer items. All right, right now, I'm going to drop these pistons in here. Now, these are the 3 that I just pulled out. So they already had like a half hour in used solution. I'm not concerned too much of timing them. I know that the solutions are going to be fresh and it'll work. Difference is these solutions are going to be cold water. This is heating up. So I know hot water works faster, but you know, this will work. On there. And back there. And this guy right up front. Water level in this is here. And you can see there's like a good quart of water above the level. Do the ultrasonic waves stop when they hit this surface? Or do they continue all the way up to this surface? One way to test that is put one of these in upside down. So what I'll do, stick this one in with the rod cap down, and we'll see how it cleans up the top. It's completely submerged, so we're going to see what the top edge of that looks like. Here we go, half hour. Check progress on the crud cutter. That's doing a lot better job than the used Evaporush did, sitting all night. A lot of that's rubbing off. So what I'll do, the Bondo dust out of there. I think I got this crud cutter from Walmart. All right, we'll plop this in there and let it cook with the rest of the parts. I'm going to take this camshaft and a Scotch-Brite, clean up the lobes. I found 2 cams. One of them I have marked a stock 50 HO cam. Incidentally, that's what this engine is, the upper intake, I guess you'd call it, the air chamber. It said 50 HO. Came out of a Mustang GT. Don't know what the other one is. AFM B4 cam on the box. I wonder if that's what that is. It's like opening a Christmas present, isn't it? See what the markings are on it, if there are any. (2C19) B and a P. Pretty sure that's another HO cam. This one just said ZE, and this I really can't read. It's got a ZE down here by the gear. What's this have by the gear? Nothing I can read. Let's see what's in this other box. It says AFM B4, but I just don't remember what's. That's an Anderson Motorsport. If it is a B4, it's just like a comp 274. Super popular. Good cam. Yeah, right there. AFM B4. Now this is like a 224, 232 at 50. Duration like a 544-ish lift. 112 LSA. Very good cams. Not gonna put it in this engine though. I was getting ready to measure the load lifts on these cams, and my ultrasonic cleaner beeped. So let's go over and check out the parts. Then I'll come back here and measure those. All right, they've been in the new solution for half an hour. This one was in bottom in first. We're going to compare this top area of the piston that was piston top down. All right, piston top down. Did do a better job. But I'm putting it piston side down because that's easier to get in and out of there. All right, this one starting to come off. The solution's not real hot right now. Oh, I didn't turn the heater on. Duh. I mean, it's warm. Okay, this one's looking good. This is plastic again. Plastic for the win. Have it set at 50 degrees Celsius. Right now it says it's 34 degrees Celsius. My thermometer says, well, maybe 99 Fahrenheit. So it's got a ways to go. I'm going to pull these pistons out, take a peek at them. It's much warmer now. 120 degrees. Yeah, we're looking good. Give these another round. The other three pistons came out looking great. I have the last two in the ultrasonic cleaner buzzing away in the background. This is called the Budget 302 build. But I haven't talked about my budget yet. So what is my budget? As little as possible. Yeah, I know that's not a good answer. Let's just say my budget is $2,000 for this engine. Okay, zoom in on that a little bit better. So that's the budget. Will I meet it? I don't know. It might be tough. I can list what I spent so far though. The engine, I think I got a good deal on that. It was almost a complete engine. Let's say it was a long block, but it had upper lower intake, EFI rails, wiring harness. I paid $100 for that. I was very happy with that. It was already taken apart and I could see what I was buying. Oil pan. That I bought from somebody that took it off a crate engine. Wasn't really used. Another good deal, $25. I need to buy an oil pickup. In fact, I should list that down here, stuff I'm going to need. Oil pickup. I spent a lot of money on the intake manifold, mainly because I wanted either a Edelbrock Performer RPM or an Edelbrock RPM air gap. I found a Performer RPM. It's in great shape. It was on the other side of the state, so I had to have it shipped to me. But that was $175. The heads, that was something that I paid up on also. They were GT40 heads that were freshened up, resurfaced, new valve job. They had new valve guides, seals, springs, locks, retainers. They're ready to go. I spent $750 on those. All right. So with those four items, 200, 950. I'm at 1050, so I'm halfway to the $2,000 budget. What I need to buy are all the gaskets. You can buy a gasket kit for about $175. I tend to like putting my own gasket kit together, buying specific gaskets. And, you know, if you buy a kit, there's a bunch of stuff that I don't necessarily like or want to use. So gaskets, I'm going to put down, they're going to be about $200. Timing cover, I'm going to need that. Those can range in prices depending on used, new, and who makes it. I'm going to say $75. That would be for like a new one, or $100. But I'm going to shop and see if I can find a used one. I'm going to need water pump. I don't trust used on that. I would get a new one. I'm going to say $50. I'm going to need a fuel pump. I don't trust used on that either. I'm going to say $50. It could be a little less. You know, it might be $30, $35, $40. I'm just going to say $50 for now. The oil pickup, how much is that? $25, I'm guessing, unless I can find one used. Carburetor, Now that's the big one. I have switched lately from Holly to Edelbrock, mainly because and only because or whatever. The Edelbrock is more of a, called a bathtub style carburetor, where that was kind of big, wasn't it? The gas fits in the center of the carb body and it's contained. It's below the top of the carburetor. They don't leak. Hollies have float bowls hanging off each end of the carburetor, and they have metering blocks with gaskets in between it. Fuel pump is mounted on the bottom of a float bowl. There's a lot of potential for leaks, and I've had my share of Holly leaking over the years. So carburetor, I'm going to go with an Edelbrock. I like the AVS2 line of carburetors, but forget all that. Price. Anywhere from $50 to $500, depending if you're getting one used or new. Let's say I went out and bought a brand new AVS2 650 carburetor. That's $450. I'm going to do some shopping. I should be able to find one for less than half of that used, and then I can rebuild it. So that's going to be, let's see here, 75, here's 100, 100, 200, 650, 850, here's $850 right there. So $850 plus the $1050 I already spent, $1,900. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it for a $2,000 budget build. I'm going to try, but that budget might go out the window pretty quick, because I'm sure there's stuff on here that I haven't listed. There's got to be something else I'm missing here. I got an alternator. Bottom line is, folks, I don't know if I can do it for $2,000. And that's with getting a great deal on an engine and oil pan. Intake, yeah, you could find one for probably $75, not $175, but I want a special thing. Heads, I could have used the heads that came on it, but then you're going to need to get like the valve guides maybe replaced, get them milled, cleaned, probably get new valve springs. I mean, you're going to end up $300 or $400 into the used heads. Aluminum heads are $1,500 up. $2,100 is about what they are new for good ones. So that's why I figured I'm going to go with the GT40 heads. Are already refreshing, ready to go. But here's my budget. We're going to wait and see if I can do it. But what we don't have to wait and see is the end of this video. This is going to be the end of part 3 of me doing a budget 302 build in my messy garage. I thank you for watching, and my ultrasonic cleaner just beeped in the background. Time to get those other pistons out. Please come back to my channel for future videos. Bye.